Let's take you to Los Angeles. You're looking live at LAX. It is likely going to be really busy today, and here is why. Busiest Labor Day travel weekend in nearly 15 years. The TSA expects 17.4 million travelers to pass through checkpoints over the next 5 days. And look, whether you're still trying to decide when to head home or thinking about taking that trip later this year, our next guest is going to have some good advice on how to find a good deal. Clint Henderson is a travel expert and the managing editor of The Points Guy. Clint, so good to have you. Okay, so how is it shaping up, this weekend, but then also if you don't want to go this weekend or do a last minute trip, what should we do? What do we think?
It's super busy this weekend. So you and I are safely ensconced in New York, not traveling anywhere, but lots of people hitting the road. Yeah. There hasn't been a lot of travel disruptions this weekend, which is good news. But prices are remarkably lower than they were this time last year. So we're seeing lower prices overall in general across the board. I called it the summer of savings. We went out with a bang on that front with prices down 6 to 7% for Labor Day weekend. Now, however, we just did some analysis with PointsPath, and we found that prices are actually up quite substantially for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for New Year's. But the good news is people should be monitoring prices now, but they don't have to book yet. And we do expect prices to drop between now and the perfect booking window, which is October. So set your price alerts right now.
I'm going to do that on my phone right now.
Google Flights Alert.
Yes.
It's amazing.
We live by that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Clint, what are some of the most popular domestic or international destinations right now? Where should we be looking? Plan this out for us.
Yeah. So Florida's always very popular. So Orlando, Miami, you've got the theme parks down there. Chicago's been really big this summer, and so has Seattle. Seattle, coming out of the pandemic, was a really cheap place to visit. That's no longer the case. It's gotten really expensive because it's one of the most popular domestic destinations this year, in part because Alaska cruises are so popular. So a lot of cruises leave from Seattle, or people do a few days in Seattle and then go up to Anchorage. Anchorage is another big city that's popular.
Yep.
One bright spot, Las Vegas. Las Vegas is hugely popular, but prices are slightly lower, especially for airfare right now. Lots of less international demand. And I think people have gotten a little burnt out with how expensive Las Vegas has gotten, so prices have fallen. Another bright spot, San Francisco. You can get a really good hotel there for $200 still. That's not the case in New York or Seattle or Chicago these days.
You just planned out my next few days of PTO. Thank you so much,
Anytime.
Clint Henderson. Always great to have you, my friend.